There we go. I fixed it. You know, I was standing there trying to do that for like the last 4 minutes while the countdown was running. It's like, I know I can untangle this thing one day. I can't. Spoiler, I cannot. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hazel, and Saturday morning you got Pride as grass branches. Hope you're well today. I am great and I'm meant to be better because we are making cheesecake and it's just very exciting. And it's a Hearthstone recipe cheesecake, which I don't think actually means anything specific. It looks like a very straightforward sort of like New York style. Although, to be honest, I don't really know what makes New York style cheesecake New York style. I just know that whenever I eat New York style cheesecake, I go, ooh, yummy. How are you guys doing? The apron? Yeah. Excited for Zandalite Trolls. Hello, hello. Love your apron. All thanks. Good morning. Happy Monday. What's up, Norma? Aileen. Alexander. Sarah. Love the leggings. Thanks. I'm wearing the, I got the Sylvanas ones on today. I feel like I now have enough pairs of Warcraft leggings that I should really just wear them anytime anybody is going to see my legs. So we're doing the Sylvanas today, and then we did Xavier's last time, and then we can cycle back through Kirin Tor and Nozdormu. It's pretty good. All right, I need to at the very least start getting ingredients out. I did make a couple of minor technical changes to the stream, so it might look a little bit different. If the sound gets really out of whack, let me know and I can try to fix that. I'm streaming at 60 FPS this time instead of 30, which should make it look a lot sharper, and if I move really fast, which I'm never doing that again, but if I move really fast, it should be a little bit smoother. But the last time I did this, the audio got all out of whack, although I think that was because we were running 2 cameras, and my audio is never in sync anyway, so I figured we're going to try this. I also moved the light around. I'm really sick of baking streams looking like I make them in a cardboard box, because I spent a lot of money on the camera. It should do better. For the Forsaken, Japanese style cheesecake is like cake-like. American New York is basically pie. Yeah, I like the thick, rich one. I've heard that a lot of Japanese desserts are just very light and delicate, and that sounds cute, but sometimes when I eat cheesecake, I don't want it to be light and delicate. I want it to make me regret my decisions after an hour. So this is what it looks like in the thing. It's the Priest of the Feast cheesecake, which is funny because when you actually play the Priest of the Feast in Hearthstone, he's not chucking cheesecake at you. Whenever you cast a spell and he heals you, I'm pretty sure he's hitting with the drumstick, but anyways. My cat's being a cat, but that's all right. So, also, I've never made a cheesecake before, not once in my life. I had to buy a springform pan for this, so we're all going to be kind of learning together, and if any of you have any wonderful cheesecake making tips for first-timers, this is a basic American-style cheesecake with a graham cracker crust, now would be the time to share them so that I can take them into consideration and then probably decide that I won't do them and then regret not doing them later. Love how the hair is fading. Me too, me too. It's starting to grow out. It's kind of hard to see, but at the top it's almost got an inch of itself back. I think I'm going to give it another month and a half to 2 months before I dye it again, but when I do dye it, I want to aim for closer to this color as opposed to the other color. I like it still purple, but a little closer to the pink and the purple. Bless this funnel cake. Exactly. Chicken cheesecake. Ew, no. Hazel, I emailed you about t-shirts. I will take a look at that. I haven't checked my email yet this morning. The last time I checked my email was yesterday. I have set times where I can sit down and do that so I can take deep breaths and have a teddy bear to hug, because for whatever reason email really stresses me out. But anyways, okay, so I need to start getting stuff out. So we're doing the crust first. It wants me to preheat the oven, which I will do later because whenever it tells me to preheat at the beginning, I know I need to wait at least 20 minutes because I'm not going to be ready in time. Butter the bottom and sides of a 9-inch springform pan, which we have. Combine the butter, graham cracker crumbs, brown sugar, and cinnamon, so I should get those things out, in a small bowl, and mix thoroughly until you have a soft mixture that holds its shape when squeezed. So it sounds like I need the butter to be soft. It didn't say melt the butter. It also didn't say cold butter, and it needs to be holding its shape when squeezed, but soft so that I can squeeze it. I don't know what temperature squeezable butter is. Which allied races do you like? Most of them, but if I was ranking allied races real quick, I would start with Void Elves, and then I would go to Void Elves, Nightborn, Lightforged, Dark Iron Dwarves, Zandalari Trolls. How many is that? High Mountain are on the bottom, I'm sorry. They're adorable, they're just not the kind of thing that I'm going to play. Room temp. Alright, well, it's too late for that, so we're going to have to use a microwave somewhere. Alright, well, I'm just going to start by getting stuff out, because that always takes me, ages. My cupboards are an atrocity. I like to think I'm a very organized person, but if we're being clear, I'm lying to myself. So, the graham cracker crumbs, which took me... So I went to get this stuff this weekend, because typically grocery day is Monday, so we don't have this week's groceries just yet. I realized that I forgot to put them on last week's list, so I went and got them on Saturday. Turns out grocery stores on weekends, terrifying. And I just couldn't find the graham cracker crumbs. Like, you'd think that they would be next to the breadcrumbs, you know, in the baking section, because they're for baking. And I was wandering around the same aisles for like 35 minutes, just getting increasingly self-conscious that other shoppers must think I'm dumb. And then they were just randomly with the cereal. These are not cereal. They're not even close to cereal. All right, butter, graham cracker crumbs, brown sugar, and then cinnamon. Brown sugar is not in that cupboard. Ugh. Okay, and then cinnamon should be over here. But the thing about my organizational skills is typically once I actually sit down and come up with a plan and like overhaul a closet or a cupboard or anything, it usually stays that way. It doesn't really revert. It's just, if I never put the effort in the first place, it's never going to be good. All right, I thought I knew where my cinnamon was, but I was wrong. What allied race do we not have yet that you would want most, or are void elves all you ever wanted? I think that, what do you call them? Vrykul humans, like Vrykul. If we could get Vrykul, or even like the Valorhar humans, just that kind of Viking-y looking, big, burly human, I think that would be really cool. Draenor orcs, some people think they're going to, some people think that. I personally do not think about that. Or I don't think that, and I disagree that they are confirmed. If you melt the butter and the base is too soft, you could put the made base in the freezer for a bit to harden up. Okay. Thanks, Sarah. I love the Sylvanas fans. Thanks. I'll make a Dark Iron Shaman if they can be shamans. I thought they could be, but I've been wrong about a lot of stuff. I'm finding my cinnamon. This is coconut oil. These are breadcrumbs. That's taco seasoning. I don't even use that. I use cinnamon like for. We put it in the pudding. We put it in. Oh, here it is. How did it end up with the soup? All right, I need a bowl. In a bowl, a small bowl. Okay. So 1.5 cups, 6 tablespoons, third of a cup. So it needs to be at least hold about. Kitty, what's up? You know how cats just get kind of like nuts sometimes? She's very upset at a patch of carpet that has nothing on it. Anyway, stopping by before I go back to grinding. Welcome. Do you live stream PvP games? Not anymore. That used to be my life, and I'm a different lady now. I've changed my ways. But yeah, I used to. I was thinking about it. I can't talk and do anything. Why do I even try to live stream? What am I doing? A bowl. I'm looking for a bowl. It's probably for the best on baking streams, because I feel like if I was actually just sitting down to make the thing, I could be done in like 30 minutes. And that's a really short stream, so it's probably for the best that I get a little bit lost, because it's longer for us to like hang out and chat. So normally I keep the paper on the butter sticks so that I can like measure at the tablespoons. But I didn't. And I need 6 tablespoons of butter. Isn't 6 tablespoons like half a stick of butter? Am I going to have to actually weigh this? How much does 6 tablespoons of butter weigh? Hang on. Let's hope that opening up a browser tab does not crash my... Actually, I'm not going to do it on my computer. I'm not going to do it on this thing. This poor laptop is doing enough. I really want it to not die. Also, speaking of things not dying, I think, not 100%, but I think I figured out what was wrong. How much does a tablespoon of butter weigh? I'm going to weigh it out. Tablespoon of butter weigh. I think I figured out what was causing the stream crashes. I was accidentally using 32-bit. All right, so 1 tablespoon of butter is 15 grams. So it would follow that 6 of them are 90 grams, right? Can I math? Yeah, 90 grams. All right, let's weigh out 90 grams of butter. Which is still going to be off a stick, so I'm just going to be like chunking this piece of butter apart. Come on now. There we go. Grams, 90 grams, not ounces. Ounces have never made sense to me. Grams, there we go. Guesstimate, it's half a stick. Stick is 8 tablespoons, 4 is half. Theodore, thanks for the 10 from the Court of Lions on Earthen Ring. We are all fans over here. Thank you guys. Shout out to the Court of Lions and Earthen Ring. That is an awesome guild name. You guys are alliance, of course. It would be, I mean, I guess, no, there's no Horde Lions. It's just not a thing. Alright, so we're 90 grams. Before I forget the 90, we're doing 90 grams. Assuming that Google didn't mislead me here. So if I just take this bit, that's 35. I'm gonna need more butter, aren't I? That's 72. Yeah, I actually need more butter. Okay. I have lots of butter, so that's not really a concern. Also, I was looking at my butter, but did the GIF work? Were there bouncing nuts that bounced around and flew off the screen? The stream is still working, so that's a good sign. The best thing that I cooked so far, really early on, we made these conjured manna strudels from the WoW cookbook, and I kind of want to do those again. Not because they went badly the first time, but because they were really yummy. Okay, there we go, 90 grams. That's the butter. We did it. We are better at butter. Icons of Earth and Ring are fans too. I never, I have enough of you guys actually that are Earth and Ring players on my Patreon Pet Battle giveaway list that I have perma Earth and Ring Pet Battle delivery and alts on that server, just because typically I'll make an alt to deliver a Pet Battle prize, and then I'll deliver the pet, leave it for a month so that the name doesn't show up as like untitled, and then I delete them when I need them because I'm running up against the 50 character limit. But on Earth and Ring, I know better than delete it because I'm going to need it again. Alright, butter, and then graham cracker crumbs, 1.5 cups. How are you guys doing? Tips for someone who's new to Battle Pets at this point of the game. Should I be aiming to go for Legion stuff before BFA, or should I give up and catch up on old things? So there's a couple of high priority pets that you want to focus on getting first that you're going to use in a lot of strategies. And you kind of want to get yourself to a point where you are doing as many strategies as you can, because that's how you level up and get more pets with pet charms. So I would say focus on, and a lot of the best ones are from older expansions. The one from Legion that I wind up using a lot is Grumpy. He is a dog. You can loot him inside the house in Volshara. You can look him up on Wowhead or whatever, they'll have coordinates, but he's really good because he is currently the best pet for capturing wild pets. He is technically better than the turnip or the molten corgi or whatnot, and that comes in handy an awful lot. Started leveling your Void Elf Rogue, and I find it hard to do any current content. I just want to level now. I've been slacking. I mean, I guess it's not even slacking. I'm just transitioning. But I have not been doing any current content on my human priest. I'm trying to find time to level. I'm going to soften this a little bit in the fridge right now, actually. Not in the fridge. That's not where you soften stuff. In the microwave. Just a little bit. I'm going to give this like 10 seconds. You did Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic, but no mount drop. I really need it. Oh, no. Have you ever wondered about the squish? I wonder if they will have to squish everything. If they don't squish, we're going to be getting killed by wolves in Element Forest. They do. They absolutely squish everything, and they're going to be taking into account the scaling while they're doing the squish. It's a thing that they're aware of, and if you are getting killed by wolves in Element Forest at max level in BFA, then they have done something terribly wrong. Alright, so we need 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. I like how I very carefully measured the butter, and I'm just going to, like, shake out this. Like, how compressed can graham cracker crumbs be? We're just making the crust here. I can probably start to... Oh, it smells really good. I don't know when the last time I had, like, a proper regular graham cracker was. They're not really something that you just eat anymore. I mean, I guess if you like them, you would just buy them and eat them and live your life, but... Alright, so I'm going to start preheating the oven. We're looking at 325. Put the rest of these away. I think that was 3 scoops, which it should have been. Have you ever made a guide for the Lunar Festival? Yeah, last night. It's the most recent video on my channel. I also made one last year, so if you want more detailed information about like the dragon head costumes, there's more footage of that in the 2017 guide. The 2018 guide is mostly focusing on flower crowns and how to get them. It's 2 a.m. and I'm watching a cooking video. It sounds like you're doing your life correctly. I approve. To start a pet battles, is it worth it to buy the level 25 stones or something else with my pet charms? I would say early on, when you're just starting, save your pet charms for quality upgrade stones, because there's a couple of pets, such as the Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling as an example, that are learned at green quality, and you want them to be blue quality before you use them. So while you're still collecting and like upgrading the pets that you need, you want to have pet charms on hand to buy those quality upgrade stones when you need them so that you can get your dude sorted out. Once you've done that, then absolutely pet charms, and then I guess you want to get the pets that you want off of the pet charm vendor, like the Alarma Bot's pretty good. And after that, yeah, I use all of my pet charms. Well, actually, I'm hoarding them right now for BFA, but I typically use all of my pet charms for the level upgrade stones. All right, so we now need 1/3 cup of brown sugar. It's really weird. It looks like it's been crossed out here. Like, if you were editing it, wouldn't you just edit it? Anyways, 1/3 cup brown sugar. Sugar over here. I really hope that the quality looks better in the VOD of this stream, because if not, I'm already, so now that I've decided to go to BlizzCon, I've already begun just like freaking out trying to figure out everything, because I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to things that I haven't done before. I try to think of every possible thing that can go wrong so that I can have a plan, which on one side is really stressful, worrying, and it's probably not good for me, but on the other side, it does actually work. When I go do things I've never done before, I'm typically very prepared because I thought of everything, because I literally spent months thinking of everything. So I'm starting to do that for BlizzCon, and I did not sleep much last night. I wanted to let it go. It's not until November. I don't need to know any of these things yet, but I'm just so stressed out about it. I completely forgot what I was talking about before, like how I got there. I feel like there was another thing I was going to say related to BlizzCon, but I'm just going to keep measuring my cinnamon. So we're going to mix this, and then we're going to butter the sides of the springform pan, which I hopefully haven't lost. All right, so I need a half a teaspoon, this one of ground cinnamon, and again, I'm just going to kind of approximate. There we go, that looks good enough. How should I mix this? Do I, like, go in with hands? Do I use a spoon? Should I get my hand mixer? Do I stab it with a fork? By Hazel, I have to go. I'm at school, but I have lunch next period, so I might come back. See you later, don't worry about it. Study hard, pay attention in school. And even if you miss the rest of the stream, I'm going to put the VOD for this stream of, like, today, I think, as soon as it's done processing. Because I don't have anything else to put out today. I did the Lunar Festival guide yesterday, so that was kind of it for my weekend video making. So yeah, this video is going to be out today if you miss any parts of it. Okay, so that's over there. I have to mix this. Hey Hazel, sup? What made you decide to go to BlizzCon this year? Definitely my dream to go. I set a Patreon goal, because the thing that was preventing me from going in the past was basically money. It's expensive to fly and then stay and then eat and then tickets, and like, it's expensive. And I couldn't afford it in the last couple of years, but I set a Patreon goal, and I got a lot of support on Patreon, which is amazing. So I can go, and I'm committing, and I'm doing it. And now I'm planning. I'm just gonna stab it with a fork for a bit. And then, ooh, I guess once I get it like partially mixed with this, I can probably just take off my ring and like go in with my hands. Mix it with a spoon, make sure all the butter is on the crumbs. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I feel like I've never made a straight up cheesecake, but I feel like, yeah, this butter it's not solid. Here, I'm gonna wash my hands and just do this the fun way. Actually, excuse me for a second. And did you fix the GIF issues where your OBS crashed? I think so. I accidentally had the 32-bit version of OBS pinned on my my desktop computer, so I had been streaming with that because it was just what was on my taskbar, and apparently that's a thing that can happen when your CPU gets overloaded, which can happen when your Streamlabs launches the GIF. So now that I have correctly pinned the 64-bit version, it should be working just fine. I can't test, like, everything works fine off stream, so we won't know for sure until Tuesday. I would think you'd use a fork until it's kind of combined and then use your hands. Love your videos. Oh, thanks. My Void Elf level is 67 right now. 67. Oh, this is weird. It's been a while since I squished some butter. Yeah, she's 67. I've been doing the Stormwind cooking and fishing dailies every day, and that's more or less it. I haven't been to Northrend to continue questing since Friday's stream. There's just no time. I would give you a lot of dollars, but I don't have that kind of money. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's great when people can, and I don't judge anybody for not being able to or for not wanting to. That's totally fine too. It's all free content. Everything else is just gravy. Gotta go buy. See ya. Melt the butter total. It wants it to be. It said it should hold its form when squished, which it might do if I completely melted it. I think I'm making progress here, and also I'm kind of having a lot of fun, so I'm gonna stick with this. Oh man. All right, here we go. I feel like I had another story I was gonna tell about the camera thing. Oh yeah, I've been worrying about what kind of camera I want to bring to BlizzCon to make the vlog, because I was thinking, you know, if you go to BlizzCon and you make videos, you gotta do a BlizzCon vlog. And then I was thinking, I feel like when you do like a huge mega vlog, like at the end, that comes out like a week after BlizzCon because it took you ages to edit it, it's like kind of late and they're kind of long. So I would prefer to every day make like a short vlog of that day. So like a travel day one, a day one, a day two one, and then maybe like a summary thoughts / travel home day one. And then like I could just record it, I can edit it in the hotel on my laptop and put it out every day so that there's content about BlizzCon during BlizzCon. And I was thinking about the kind of, because I could take the camera that I record my vlogs on. It's a DSLR and it cannot record, like when you record past 15 minutes, it shuts itself off to not overheat. It records great video, but it's not really designed to record sustained video. And also it would be unfortunate, I don't know. I don't know. Cheesecake is the best. I'm very excited. Eventually your hands will bring the butter up to temp. That's kind of the dream. Hey Hazel, how's it going? What's up, BJ? It is going great. I currently have my hands like filled with butter and graham cracker crumbs and some cinnamon in there, and it actually smells really good. I haven't had any. We're not actually going to be able to eat cheesecake on this stream, unfortunately. It's got to, so we're going to bake it for 40 minutes, and then it needs to cool in the oven with the door cracked for about an hour, and then it needs to refrigerate for at least another 3 hours. And I'm probably not going to stream for that whole time. I got to make a video so I have something to put out tomorrow. So we're probably just going to get it in the oven, and then we're going to make a strawberry sauce to put on top of it later. And then same thing with the last, that I did kind of with the last stream, where, I'm going to take this fork out of here, I think it's just a hazard, where I like tweet pictures of the finished thing when it's actually out and ready to be done. And because this is cheesecake, that will probably be tonight. I probably will not be able to resist eating cheesecake tonight, so we'll see. If we see you at BlizzCon, can we meet you? Of course. That's the dream. That's the dream. That's the reason why I'm going. Also, to see esports. I've never watched esports live. Like, I've never even been to an esports bar. And that's like, I love watching esports at home. I actually really love watching BlizzCon at home. I'm a little bit sad that I'll have to like actually walk between different things to see the things, and like I'll have to wear pants, you know, I'll have to like, you know, not be at home with my cat and my teacups, but I've never been, I'm sure it's gonna be awesome. Can you do Towards the Burning Throne on Heroic on Friday's stream? Could, probably won't. Friday's stream is going to be either more Void Elf leveling, or I might do some ancestral coin farming, because I only did get, I think this is about, it's holding its shape when squeezed. I think it's right. I'm glad that it didn't melt the butter. I feel like if it was completely liquid, it wouldn't have held its shape in this way, and I feel like the recipe would have told me to melt it if it wanted it to. Yeah. Save a slice for your next video. I want to see how it turns out. So today's Monday. I could probably eat some tomorrow on tomorrow's stream. I can probably just eat some cheesecake for breakfast on the Tuesday stream. I don't see why not. You stream tomorrow where we see you eat it, basically, yeah. So Tuesday mornings we always stream at 9 a.m. So basically an hour before this stream started, and that's like a WoW stream where we do mat runs. So we can probably, and remind me if I forget, which I probably won't. Alright, so I need my springform pan. I need to butter the sides of it and the bottom. So I'm assuming I just do it while it's all connected. I already washed this. Let's see. BlizzCon is awesome, 4 years in a row, better each time. Should be a happy gnome cook with a lot of pets walking around. That would be fun. Alright, so it doesn't look like we pre-bake this at all. It looks like we press this even, like we butter the pan. We press the crust stuff evenly into the bottom of the pan. And then we make the filling. And then we pour it into the pan on top of the crust. We don't bake anything until it's actually all together, so I guess that's fine. I need to butter this, so I'm just going to grab some of this butter and a little piece of, I usually just do this with my hands. I probably will, but sometimes I find like a little piece of plastic wrap over a bit of butter helps spread it around. Congrats on reaching the Olympic hockey final. What? I'm sad about the flower crowns. It's not even really a New Year's thing. Yeah, I guess not. It's a weird holiday for them to put it into, I guess. I don't know. I've never been to China around this time of year. I don't know how the Chinese New Year is celebrated. Maybe there are flowers. I don't know. Hey, Hazel, am I too late? Of course not. You could get a friend with flight to help you get the coins faster on your Void Elf. I already got like 30 coins in my Void Elf, and honestly, it got me like half a level. I feel like it's not really an effective way to level. Hi, cat. So what I'm gonna do, I think, if I do decide to farm more coins for more flower crowns, which I might not, I have one. You can only wear one at a time. if I do decide to farm more coins for more flower crowns, or for the other dragon toys, I have the dragon head. I don't have the middle or the butt, because I was like, well, who wants to be the middle or the butt? I will be the person that can't, because I never bought them. So do I just like plump this in there and then like squish it? I'm gonna do that. Plump. And we're gonna squish. It has crust. Do you need to line the pan? Yeah, it's got a crust in the bottom. And then for the rest of it, it's supposedly just having the pan buttered. This is gonna be a thick, I mean, I guess we're gonna compress it. We're gonna really press it down in here. It's silly, but you can't bog them or buy them all in one character. My elf has denied her super excessive floral wardrobe. You can wear them all, I mean not at once, but you can wear any of them that you own on one character once you've got them, because they are account wide. You only have to buy it once per account, and then any of your characters and any armor types can wear them. So I would probably take my regular priest and then my druid, and then get like 50 coins in one and 25 in the other, because I don't want to get all 84 coins in any one character, because that means actually going like into dungeons, and that's very, you gotta walk in dungeons, you know, it's kind of slow. I feel like I'm doing a good job of squishing. I'll show you guys in a second here. It looks pretty squished. I've never done this before, so... But whenever I've done, like... I feel like I've done mini cheesecakes before in, like, a muffin tin. And whenever I did that, it would... The bottom always fell apart. The bottom never once held together. Is this from the cookbook? This is from the Hearthstone Cookbook. The Hearthstone Cookbook. Sylvanas leggings? Yeah. We can't see because the drain board is in the way. I'm gonna... Here. You're not gonna be able to, like, super see this machine anyways. I'll give you guys a good look once I'm done here, which I think I'm about done. If I ever upgrade my main computer and then use the computer I'm using now to do baking streams, I will probably be able to then hook up a second camera so that we can have like an action cam that I can move around for chopping or mixing or squishing or, you know, any of the above. You cannot mog them past the holiday. Oh, true. Yeah, no, for sure. Use a spoon or a measuring cup? Yeah. Next time. This is what we're looking like. This is what we're looking like. It seems pretty. It looks like a corkboard. It looks like a corkboard. It looks like I should be pinning memos in there that people will read and then get stressed out about. Okay, so there we go. That is pressed evenly in the bottom of the pan. Now we need to make the filling. So I'm going to tidy my area a little bit and move right along into that. I kind of thought there was another step. I could have sworn they were going to have me pre-bake the crust, but apparently not. All right, so for the filling, we are going to be beating cream cheese with honey, adding sweetened condensed milk, vanilla, and flour. So I'm just going to get all the stuff out. I'm going to wipe down that counter actually because I got butter on it. And then I will get going. I'm hoping to go this year as well. Worried I won't get a ticket. Yeah. It's concerning. It's concerning for sure. Using a spring pan? Fancy. I've seen them made like in pie tins, and I've seen them made in springform pans, but this seemed like the safest way to do it. Squishing cam. Don't get too hyped just yet. I feel like that's like a baking stream 2019 kind of resolution. The computer that I want to build for in there is it's gonna cost a lot of money. I want to be able to really future-proof it by enabling myself to record and edit and put out videos in 4K. And my poor little graphics card that could, plus the 7-year-old processor that really just wants to die, not gonna happen. So we're gonna have to start from scratch with like some real good stuff, which will be really exciting. I haven't built a computer in a while. Trying to get back into the top 500 in Overwatch. Wish me luck. Good luck, Julius. I believe in you. What do you play? I mean, if you're playing right now, you don't have to answer, of course. But if you, I'm curious. I want to specialize a little. I almost never play Overwatch. I never have time. Overwatch for me is something that I play like every third weekend with my friends when I can make them play with me. And we're typically drinking, and it's kind of fun. Alright, so I'm looking for cream cheese, honeys, condensed milk. But I've decided after watching Overwatch League that it's not enough for me to just play whatever and play random heroes and play mystery heroes. I should try to get at least better at a couple of things. I don't want to be a Mercy main. It's not the Mercy meta anymore. It's time to move on. And Mercy was mostly something that I played originally because I had never really played an FPS before, and it was nice to not have to aim. But I am wanting to be, I think, what am I looking for? Cream cheese. A tank player. A tank player. I really enjoy watching the tanks play in Overwatch League. I really like playing Roadhog. I want to get better at D.Va and Orisa. And I would like to specialize in tank play. So I need to actually, pick a couple and then practice. Maybe not Winston. I'm such a terrible Winston. I don't have any aim with where I'm jumping. You would totally just eat that crust. It smells really good. RAM and GPU prices are ridiculous, right? I'm kind of hoping that I can just put it off long enough for cryptocurrency to just like hit a bubble, pop, go out of fashion. Everybody stops building computers to crypto mine with. And then things can go back to normal. Because if it doesn't, then I'm not going to be able to build it. I'm just going to have to buy a pre-built that includes the things that I want. Because that's still, for now, it's still economical. All right, cream cheese, butter. Cream cheese, honey, sweetened condensed milk. We're going to need vanilla, flour, and eggs. I can find those things, probably. I feel like vanilla is the one thing where, oh, here it is, I found it. Record-breaking vanilla finding time. And then flour is down here. That's sugar. There we go. And then some eggs. I'm probably just going to mix it up in my stand mixer. Over here. All right. I didn't soften the cream cheese either. Whoops. Oh, it even says softened. Okay. So in that case, I am going to take a bowl and I am going to unwrap my cream cheeses and put them in the bowl. And then I will very slightly microwave my cream cheeses. Also, I still see a tiny bit of chocolate pudding on this, so I'm going to wash it again. The specs on my PC right now, I have a 4th generation i7, so it's an i7 4770K. I bought it back in like 2012. I bought it back in 2012, maybe even 2011. I don't know if they were out then. Back then, a while ago. The graphics card is newer, it's a 1070. I have 16 gigs of RAM, but my RAM doesn't like my motherboard, and I've never been able to get it to give its proper speed. I have a decent SSD, and with all of my important stuff on it, and then I have a big old HDD for like saving stuff. I have a 750 watt power supply. I have Corsair H60i cooling, I think. I want to get the H100i next time, just because I've been really happy with the H60i. What else is in it? What else do you put in computers? I think that's it. It's the important stuff. Bitcoin mining affects graphics card prices. Oh yeah. There's lots of people doing GPU-driven Bitcoin mining. Not Bitcoin specifically, but just like cryptocurrency. And that is why it is almost impossible to buy a 1080 right now. How to become a sponsor? On YouTube, I think if you're on mobile, you might not see the button. I think you need to do it on desktop. It should be... I don't know why I keep trying to answer this question. I don't know. You'd keep the 1070 and upgrade to the 7800X. Is that an AMD card? I need to research the AMD cards. I know I want an AMD processor next time because Intel has just, like, lost my trust. I've just always used NVIDIA cards, but I'm not against using an AMD card if it has the performance that I need. And I'm also not against waiting. Like I said, my computer still works. It hasn't broken on me yet, and I want to get as much time out of it as I can, you know, to save money. All right, so... Oh yeah, I'm going to soften the cream cheese. There we go. A little unwrapping here. You bought a pre-made Omen. You're super happy with it, except for all the bloatware. You bought it before the bubble, so you got a 1080 build for 1K. That's pretty good. It's pretty good for sure. Yeah. I mean, bloatware is annoying. I don't know if I would buy an HP computer myself, just because I used to sell computers, and I, for whatever reason, picked up a distaste for HP. But, you can take it off, typically. It just means a little bit of extra cleanup, that's all. Thanks for the luck. You remain support, mostly Zenyatta or Moira. Your GM in normal competitive, but capture the flag is so hard because it's either a clear win or a clear loss. It's a little bit fun, at least. Oh, man. I love watching the Zenyatta players in Overwatch League. It's so much fun to watch Jaehong just 1v1 somebody that's come to get him. I feel like he's a safer Zenyatta because people are scared to go try and flank him because they're just gonna get headshot and they're gonna be gone. I've been in kind of Overwatch League withdrawal. It's only taking 1 week off. It's gonna be back this week on Wednesday, and I am so excited. I'm so excited to see the teams playing with new players. I'm so excited to see them playing on a new rule set. Oh, I don't know when I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna find time. Make sure not to overmix the batter. I will not overmix the batter. Thank you. I'm watching you for a little bit now. I love your attitude and humor. Oh, thanks, Emily. Much love from Hungary. Welcome, welcome. After watching Jaehong, you try playing Zen, you just get wrecked by Tracer. I watch Jaehong and then I play Ana and then I realize I can't even aim my healing darts, but I can try. I bought the Dynasty, I mean with the free coins, but I bought the Dynasty Ana skin purely because of Jaehong fangirling. He's I mean, I love the whole team, but he's definitely the favorite. It's kind of hard to not. Okay. So that's 2, 1 more. It's bizarrely warm in here considering it's actually snowing outside. I should open a window. You love the Overwatch League? So excited it's back, right? Man, I'm gonna have a hard time when I go to BlizzCon, because the Overwatch esports is typically at the same time as the WoW esports. And I've always wanted to watch WoW esports live, but I'm honestly just more into watching Overwatch esports lately. I've followed more of the players, I'm more invested in the outcomes. And from the sounds of it, you have to really commit to watching, like, if you're going to watch Overwatch, you have to be there early. You have to stay in that arena. You don't get to just, like, flip-flop around. Of course, you can watch any of it on the streams later. But I would definitely have to pick one to watch live, and that's going to be a hard decision. Where are you from? I am from Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. Alright, there we go. Cat, you found a receipt. I love talking to my cat because she just stops what she's doing and stares at me like, what do you want? What are you saying? So this actually seems kind of softened. I'm not going to microwave this for very long. I'm going to give it like 8 seconds. Because it doesn't seem particularly solid. I knew I preheated that oven like 10 years. 5 more. Yeah. If you come in here, you're going to get picked up. I'm going to make you say hi. There we go. There we go. Those look weird and squishy. Okay, we're mixing cream cheese with honey for several minutes until fluffy. All right. I'm going to get these in here. Oh. Maybe I should take this off first. Maybe I should take all of this off first. Otherwise, I'm just going to dump it all over my mixer. So cream cheese and then honey. I need a 1/4 cup of honey. The author of both the WoW and the Hearthstone Cookbooks has a real thing for honey, and it is great as a sweetener. But it's always very messy to, like, measure up, you know? It sticks so furious, and, like, this isn't never going to fit. So I think I'm just going to kind of spoon it into the cup and, like, have to eyeball it a little bit here. Also, I don't have enough hands for this. This is a terrible idea. I'm not doing that. I need just one more hand. This sits here. I want to hold this with one hand, spoon it into this cup from the other hand, but from both above the bowl, so that I can pour it into the bowl. I guess I could just dispense with the spoon. I feel like the spoon is important. I don't have a pocket that would hold it. Can I, here. This isn't very heavy. This is the worst idea I've ever had. It doesn't need to be incredibly accurate because some of it's going to stick to the cup anyways. But I want to make a good faith attempt. Oh my god, it's all over my fingers. I should have seen this coming. I probably should have just spooned some in and went, okay, looks good. Some things seem like a great idea when you start them. Alright, that'll do. So let's just get this. Oh my gosh, alright. I'm going to put this in the sink for now. Clean that up. I'm going to try not to touch anything. That was fun. The honey looks expensive. It's not. It's not. It's local, and it's organic, which both sound expensive, but I don't think it's very expensive. Currently in the I-10, heading westbound. Canadian people, always good and peaceful. It's certainly a stereotype, and all the Canadians that I knew were that way, but I think it's dangerous to generalize anybody. I'm terrible Canadians like there's terrible people from anywhere. Ooh, this is so sticky. Ooh. Alright, well, close enough. Okay, I've made some mistakes in my life. Easy way to get honey, lick it, spray the measuring cup with oil. Oh my goodness, you're brilliant. Alright, I'll do that next time. You don't have a cooling rack you can place above the bowl? Set the measuring cup on the rack? No. Well, I have a cooling rack. I feel like the cooling rack would get just, like, covered in honey, but then again, my fingers got kind of covered with honey, so I don't know if this is better. You heat your... Kitty, what's up? She almost never meows. What's that? Why are you so crazy today? know where she's gone. Heat your spoon first, the honey won't stick to it. Same with the cup. Do you think we'll ever get wild hammer dwarves? I'd love to have a starting quest with a beloved griffin. I figured, I was a little surprised when they announced dark iron dwarves, because I thought for sure they would do wild hammer dwarves, like, instead. And the fact that we already have an air quotes dwarf allied race seems to make it unlikely that we're going to get another one at least soon. I wouldn't say never, but I feel like they would make at least half of an effort to cover other, like, give other races allied versions before they went back and did dwarves again. Especially because there's a limited player base that plays dwarves. They're already a little bit niche, and now they're having another version, and then there's, like, it's a little tough. First baking stream I can tune into. Welcome, Rich! Alright, so we've got our cream cheese and our honey, and then we need to add... Alright, we're just going to mix these for several minutes until fluffy. I kind of want to make more tea, but whenever I make tea on a baking stream, I make it, and then it just gets cold. Like, I never stop to drink it. Alright, I'm going to use this guy. Beat for several minutes until fluffy, but I've been told to not overmix, so I will not overmix. Alright, let's just put that on stir for now. This can go over here. Boyd off all the way. I wish my cat never meowed. Sometimes, like, I know everybody wants a cat they don't have, but my cat is very quiet typically. She'll only meow if you, like, step on her, or if she's just got some real crazies in her. She doesn't just, like, talk. And it's really cute when she talks. She chirps like a bird. Have a good trip, Adam. Got to the stream and it's cooking. That's like two best things together. Love your content. Keep up the good work. Aw, thanks. Loading. Loading. You'll be here soon. Alright, so once that's done, we're going to add sweetened condensed milk, which we have here. And we're going to add a tablespoon of vanilla, which I'm kind of tempted to just add now, because what is it going to do there that I can't have it do already? Is that a tattoo? And you're like, no. I've got a Sylvanas leggings on. Tattoos are arms and shoulder only for now. I do want to get my other arm done. I'd like to get it done this year, but I don't know. Everything is expensive. Started leveling a Shadow Priest. Your video has been fantastically helpful. That's awesome. I love hearing about you guys that are starting Shadow Priests, especially after having dismissed them for many years and then go, oh wow, the void. It's awesome. I would call that fluffy. Alright, so we're going to add a tablespoon of vanilla, quarter cup of flour, and then when it's on the lowest setting, add the eggs, mixing until they're just incorporated. Okay. So we can get milk, vanilla, and flour. So I'm going to start with vanilla, and then the whole can of condensed milk, a whole tablespoon of vanilla. I really hope this works out well, because this is actually like a pretty easy, that's a lot of vanilla, recipe. And I would love to make cheesecake on demand. Your cat receives affection by being fed, so she's always meowing at the cat bowl. Our cat actually did used to meow to wake us up in order to get fed until we got an automatic cat feeder, and that just completely changed our ability to sleep because the cat leaves us alone now because she knows that the food comes from the robot. It was an expensive thing to get like one that she couldn't hack because we got a cheap one at first and she figured out how to like get her paw in there and get the extra food out. But once we got one that was, I think it was like 120 bucks, but easily super, super worth it for sure. You've also started a Shadow Priest and you're having a good time with it. You have a small boy cat that chirps, a massive furry ginger boy that has a volumeless meow, and then a tiny girl cat that has the loudest meow in the world. That sounds so cute. Did you get your cats all at once, Sarah? Or did you get them one at a time and introduce them to each other? I've been curious about if I ever got another cat, how you add a cat to your house. Because I know that I'd be really afraid that like the cats don't get along and then they just both have kind of a worse quality of life because they're just stressed out because they hate each other forever. Like, I don't know how people do that. Because I know people do it, but it's just scary. So we're going to add all of this. I kind of regret the way I've done this, but it's too late now. I wish I was not holding this lid so that I can then hold a spoon. But again, it's too late. Sure, you told the story, but what are all your tattoos? Are they new or old? They're all pretty old. I've got them all before I moved to America, so they're all at least 3-4 years old. The one on my back shoulder that you can kind of see there is the oldest one. I got that one in Toronto on a work trip at my old job. because I knew I was going to be leaving the country and I wanted a maple leaf on my shoulder to take with me, I guess. And then this arm was, I wanted a tattoo, so I went and I got a tattoo. And I like trees. And I like cherry blossoms, so I got one of those. I actually didn't even get a concept sketch first. I just kind of told him what I wanted, and he went, okay. And then he just, like, free-handed on my arm with, like, some Sharpies, and then he did it all in one, like, 8-hour sitting. And it was pretty hardcore. And I probably wouldn't advise that. It's probably a dumb way to get a tattoo, but the artist was, like, really well acclaimed, and I had really trusted his portfolio, so I just kind of gave him the go. And it turned out really well. I'm very, very happy with it. Yeah, there's no, like, super crazy deep meaning or anything. Nobody died. Is she cooking? No. We added kittens to our house, but our older cat was exposed to living with other cats previously throughout his life. I see. I mean, our cat was kind of exposed to other cats at her cat shelter when we got her as a kitten, but again, that was as a kitten. It was a long time ago. She's probably forgotten. She is, however, exposed to a dog that she doesn't like very much, and she seems to get by with that just fine, so I bet you're right. I bet if we got kittens, specifically, so that they're not, like, threatening as much, she might be okay with that. All right, so that's the sweetened condensed milk, vanilla, and flour. How much flour? 1/4 cup flour. I need to clean my 1/4 cup because it's currently in a bit of a honey disaster. Okay. I have another dishwasher over here. Your void elf is 98. Oh man, you're so close. Your cats are brothers. We got them from the same litter. You add another cat by giving it its own room first. Okay. Added mine with treats. They hated each other but loved treats, so I fed them closer and closer together. That's what we did with our cat and our dog. We fed them on opposite sides of a baby gate. So you'd probably do the same thing. They already know the smells of each other. Your girl was first. When she was 2, we got the ginger boy. When she was 9, we had the boy kitten turn up. They weren't super happy, but they adjust. I see. I see. Do they, like, snuggle with each other now? Are they cool? Are they good? I always wanted my cat to cuddle with my dog, like I've seen on the internet, but that's just not happening. They don't hate each other. They're not, like, stressed out about living together, but they just treat each other, well, the dog is mildly curious, and the cat just treats him with vague disgust. Your cat's annoying. He's a shelter rescue, and he bonded with my son. He's the biggest lover ever. Big lap cat, but he's so annoying. Oh, no. My cat's, like, super love bug, but I'm not usually annoyed. Then again, I'm probably almost as needy as her. I'm already anticipating cat homesickness when I travel, just because some people have animals that have separation anxiety, like my dog, where, you know, you leave your animal and they experience stress. Some people, like myself, have separation anxiety where when I leave my cat, I experience stress. I know she's just fine. She doesn't mind when we leave at all. It's just, I mind. I miss my cat. There are no Lunar Festival mounts. That is correct. No Lunar Festival mounts. What kind of cheesecake Sep has? It is a pretty straightforward, looks like a New York style. It's the Priest of the Feast cheesecake from the Hearthstone Cookbook. You got beef hay. You know, you have the same issue with my dog. If the other animals are smaller than him, he's pretty chill. Otherwise, he barks a bit. My dog has a bit of a bizarre thing with puppies. So, I don't know what it is. Because he's a small dog, but he's an adult. He's almost 7 years old now. He's going to be 7 in April, I think. And he plays with small dogs fine. He plays with big dogs fine. He likes to herd dogs, so sometimes he'll kind of nip at their shoulders, and a lot of dogs don't like that, so sometimes he can get himself into trouble that way. But puppies, he just hates puppies. Like, if it's a dog that he knows he can bully, he's really rude. It's, you have to really keep an eye on him at dog parks, and if you get a sense that he's not going to play well with a dog, we just leave, because, nobody wants to get into that, and I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. Okay. So now with the mixer in the lowest setting, we're going to add the eggs one at a time, 3 of them, mixing until they are just incorporated. I still have the bowl that I softened the cream cheese in, so maybe I will do this properly, where you actually crack the egg into the bowl first, just in case I do that Hazel thing where I just, like, Super Saiyan smash it on the counter and then I just have, like, a splattered egg, because I do that. My cat is very social, licking my ear and my earbuds. My cat used to try and groom my hair, and she used to attack it. I already took the eggs out. She used to attack it at night, and I would wake up to her just, like, going wild on my hair, and that was kind of freaky, but she got over that. I put it into a braid at night, and then I, like, stuff it under my pillow while I'm sleeping, and that way she can't get to it. Okay. Don't let me lose track of eggs. It's 1 egg. set on the lowest settings. I won't turn it up. Wow, leggings, yeah. Void Elf or Nightborn? I prefer Void Elf a little bit, but the Nightborn do look really cool. Right, 2 eggs. How long have you been a WoW fan? Since like 2009, 2008, Wrath, which was about high school for me. Late high school. Early high school, I spent just like listening to my friends talk about WoW and going, wow, nerds. You guys are really boring. You never talk about things that I can relate to. I'm getting a new computer chair, Hazel. My current chair has no back and refuses to go back up. Oh no. That's awesome that you're getting a new chair. That's so exciting. Come on now. Incorporate. All right. I'm not going to overmix it. So that's that. Pour the mixture into the prepared pan on top of the crust, and then we're just going to bake for 40 minutes. Okay. All right, let's see if I can do this. I feel like I'm going to get tripped up on my cord at some point here. That's the other thing. I was thinking about adding a Patreon goal at the 900 point to give myself an excuse to spend some more money on baking stream recording hardware. I'm going to see how this VOD looks. I think it should be better, assuming that the sound stayed on track. But I could try again with the microphone thing. It's just, it doesn't really make financial sense. Because I already tried all of the $20 microphones, and I tried all the $30 microphones, and I tried a bunch of the $50 microphones. Not one of them worked. And the next step up for wireless lapel mics is like $500 plus bucks. Seems unreasonable for one person trying to make cheesecake in her kitchen. But the wire sucks, so who knows. There we go. And if I could also use it, I'm always trying to think about what I'm going to need hardware-wise, like in the future, if I'm ever recording out of my house, but that's never going to happen. I'm going to make a vlog at BlizzCon once a year, and then other than that, I'm going to sit in my home where I'm safe with my cat and my tea, and I'm just going to play WoW. My cat grooms my fiance's hair. Wrath baby. I am a Wrath baby. Not as exciting as your mom's new computer. Norma, you're getting a new computer? Oh man, I'm jealous. Oh, this was, hang on. This was incorporated a second ago. Where did my purple thingy go? Here we go. It's kind of like scraped. I'm going to resist the urge to lick any of the cheesecake batter because it does contain not only raw eggs, but like a lot of them. So I'm not going to eat any of this because I have self-control like a grown-up. Get that out of there. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. It's whew. I'm afraid that if I try and show it to the camera too much, I'm going to just like pour it into my sink. Can you make me a hazelnut cake? I might do some hazelnut related stuff one day. Anything I do with hazelnuts in it, though, I have to eat all by myself because my husband can't eat nuts. An Alienware Orosa. Ooh, or Aurora. BlizzCon VOD will be from your hotel room and can be easily wired. True. Well, the thing is, I'm gonna do both. Like any parts where I'm like talking to the camera directly, for the most part, will probably be from the hotel room because I am far too self-conscious to go like talking to myself to a camera in public. But I'm still gonna want to record of the convention, and maybe I'm gonna meet people and want to have like chatting on. I don't know. I've never been. How do I know what I'm gonna need? But I do think I'm gonna need a mic for that. Although I'll probably use like a Rode video mic or something. I was thinking of getting one of those anyway so that I could do the unboxing stream. See, I did not. There is still some cream cheese here that did not get fully incorporated. I should have just whipped it with the purple thing. I don't want to plump it in now. That's a bad idea. All right, well, this will just have to do. So, and now I guess we just put it in. Take these off for now. All right. I'm scared. I feel like I know it's secured to the bottom of its bottom, but it's scary. All right, so that bakes for 40 minutes until the sides are puffy and the middle still has a bit of jiggle to it. All right, 40 minutes. Oh gosh, all right. I was hoping, yeah. I just built a G700, or a 6700K and a 1080 system. Nice. Oh man. BlizzCon isn't awkward, you're amongst your own. I'm hoping so. Well, I'm hoping that like maybe I'll be awkward But maybe you guys will be too. Maybe I won't be alone. One of the things I was worrying about last night was I was just remembering the last time I was in a crowded space. I was in a Costco, and I had like a panic attack at a Costco, and nobody even expected anything from me. I think somebody offered me a sample, and I was just like so overwhelmed by the pressure of, oh my god, what do I say to them? I need therapy. You should bake a ton of cookies and bring them with you to BlizzCon to pass out to all the people. It's a very sweet thought, but I am almost certainly never going to give handmade food to anybody because it's a legal liability. Like, if something happens and they get sick, I trust you guys, but it's just something that's just a bad legal idea. Do you think the Volpera are cute? Those long goblin arms are a little weird to me. I think they're cute, but I don't think they're, like... I'm not, like, dying to play one or anything. I think they're cute in an NPC race kind of way. I don't know. They're a little bit strange, you're right. Thank you for your thoughtful streams and videos. I haven't played WoW since early Cata, and have gotten me pumped to resub for BFA. That's awesome. Husband has an office job. There are really awkward people everywhere. You could wear a t-shirt and talk to the rest of the people. What would you rather fight, a horse-sized duck or a bunch of duck-sized horses? I would take a horse-sized duck, and then I would do my best to not fight it, because that sounds adorable. And honestly, either one of those options would win. So I'm dead either way. Get random panic attacks at Walmart, or any Walmart, actually. Walmarts are just a bad atmosphere. Walmarts are never nice. I've never really enjoyed my time in a Walmart. I love your honesty about social situations. Lets everyone else know they aren't alone. Yeah. I think it'll be fine. I'm probably just worrying about it too much. It's gonna be good. You'd rather have the glorious snake people than the Volpera. She tames the duck. Imagine having a pet horse-sized duck, assuming you were legally allowed to. It would probably eat a lot. And you would need like a big, big duck pond. I don't know. How long have I been streaming for? What's our uptime looking like? We started at 10, so it's been like, what, an hour? I work at Walmart. There's nothing wrong with working at Walmart. I have family that works at Walmart. It's just, it's not known for its kind of buzzing atmosphere. And I'm sure some of them are better than others. I've had that experience with Best Buys. Some Best Buys are just really depressing and make me want to leave, and then some of them are fine. It depends on the people, I think. Its quacks would be loud. That's true. It would be a very loud quacker. Oh yeah, I was going to make some strawberry sauce. So this isn't actually in the recipe. Like, they're displaying it with cherry pie filling, and they're like, if you want, top with cherry pie filling. But cherry pie filling comes in like cherry pie sized cans, and I would just like open it and then like put a cherry on top. I do have maraschino cherries, but I just bought some frozen strawberries because I figure I'll make some strawberry sauce, like coulis, basically just syrup, to go on top of it. I'm just going to invent it. So I figure I'm going to take some strawberries. I'm going to melt them because they're frozen. I'm going to add some sugar. Should I Google how to do this? I swear I looked it up yesterday. What about cosplay? Kind of a way to be there, but to be different. I work specifically with people, but once I'm out of work, I'm not the most sociable. It's a good idea, but I think I used to cosplay. I went to at least 2 anime conventions in my youth. Kitty, you want to come on? I know my mic cable's really scary, but you want to come say hi? Hi, come here. Come here. Oh, there we go. There we go. I cosplayed at least... Oh, sorry, I forgot about my mic. I've applied a cat to my mic. You good? Is that enough? Alright. Thanks. A couple of anime conventions as like a young teenager, like 14, 15 years old. And I discovered that I'm very bad at making costumes, and that if I wanted to become good at making costumes, I would need some space, I would need a budget, and I would need some time, and I have none of those things. So I've accepted that cosplay should be left to the people that are amazing at it, of which there are many, and that I'm going to wear a t-shirt and probably some wild leggings. Made a critter bite last night, and they were good. Retail in general. Never been to BlizzCon, but you've gone to Comic-Con. There are so many people there that you're pretty much under the radar unless you cosplay. True. How did you come up with the name Hazelnutty? I wish I had a really cute story. I feel like I've told this before, and I may have told it differently because it's been a while and it's probably evolving in my memory. But basically, back when I started the YouTube channel, actually this isn't even a story, I started my YouTube channel in like 2013. I knew I wanted it to be a gaming channel. And I like the name Hazelnutty because I'm Hazel. It just made sense. Strawberries and sugar make a good one. It's what my parents always did, but it's better when left in the fridge for a while. Well, that is perfect because my cheesecake's not going to be ready for like 5 hours. What on earth is my cat doing? There's still plastic laid down over a bunch of our carpet because of working people coming in and out. Our bathroom's still not back together yet. What's up? And she runs funny on the plastic. She does run on the plastic now, but she runs funny on the plastic. I guess I'm just gonna melt them, put them in the pot, and then add sugar and then taste it until it tastes like I want it to taste. Kitty. Just got home to a very happy kitty. I would love to film a video, like, as part of the BlizzCon thing, like a little section where I come home after a couple days and, like, see my dog and my cat. But my dog is not going to care. My dog he's kind of a cat, actually. All right, so I'm gonna need a pot, I'm gonna need my strawberries, I'm gonna need some sugar, and I think I'm just gonna keep it really simple like that. I might need to microwave the strawberries a little bit first. But yeah, we're just gonna make this, and then I'll set it to cool, then I'll put it in the fridge, and I'm not gonna put it all together until like this evening. And then I'll probably have a piece tomorrow morning on the Tuesday morning live stream anyways. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a bowl. Should I just do all the strawberries? What else am I gonna use frozen strawberries for? Is this too many strawberries? I have a pound of strawberries. I have a 1 pound bag of strawberries. Hey Hazel, what's up? Lord of Mystic, how are you doing? Picking up this cookbook next week so I can cook along with you when I get it? Nice. This is the, we got the Hearthstone one here, but we also do use the WoW cookbook. They're by the same author. I want cheesecake now. I know, the only time I ever don't want cheesecake is directly after eating cheesecake. Like, it usually satiates me for a while. But I feel like if I can get practice at making a basic one, that's when you start being able to add all like the good stuff, like the Oreos and this seems like a lot of strawberries. Also, do I want to blend it or do I want to just like whisk it? I don't mind it if it has seeds in it. I'm not going to strain it, I think. Oh, I'm just going to microwave this for a second. And don't worry, my timer still stays put. It'll be a pound of sauce, but up to you. All right, well, that was probably like 3/4 of a pound. I'll see. I'll find something to put it on. Maybe I'll put it on, so I have like this huge box of like 10 pounds. I have a 10-pound box of oatmeal. Not instant oats, like regular old-fashioned oats. It's a long story how we ended up with this, but basically I've been trying to eat it for breakfast now and then. And it's really boring. Like, I've come up with a system where I can like make some and it's fine and it's healthy. And sometimes I'll add some cinnamon or some brown sugar or like some maple syrup or whatever, and that makes it edible. But it's never fun. It's never good. But I feel like if I had some strawberry syrup to put in it, that might be interesting. Does your cat have her claws? Of course, yeah, no, I would never declaw my cat. And we adopted her as a shelter pretty young, so she had her whiskers clipped actually randomly. Like a child had taken scissors to her whiskers when we got her. She had like weird short whiskers, but they grew back. But yeah, no, she has all her claws. She's really good, like because we got her when she was a kitten, and I spent a lot of time handling her paws and getting her used to me like pushing her claws out one at a time. So I can clip her claws really easy now. I can just scoop her up, grab the clippers, do all 10 of her nails, and then she's good. And I do that probably every other week. Love your videos, thanks! For next gaming stream, have your cat cam and cat bed and frame with a separate camera for the kitty cam. So we do that. But cat is a cat. Cat goes where cat will. And cat has at least 7 spots to sleep across the apartment, only 2 of which are in the office. So if she does not decide on her own to sleep in the office, I can't get a camera on her because she's just out of range of the camera. And I'm not gonna like lock my cat into her bed, that's just mean. So whenever she you know, graces us with her presence, I have a camera at the ready to put on the cat, and the cat cam's usually pretty good, but she doesn't always do it, and that's okay. She is a free agent of a cat. Should I add some water to that, or is it gonna have enough water itself as it heats? Also, I'm thinking medium heat, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just throw a couple spoons of sugar on now. I should have looked up a recipe or like, oh, that's flour. Not flour. Wrong white stuff. Let's get the, goodness. Alright. See you later. Off to get my chair, have fun. You leave them in bits, chop fresh ones, cover them with sugar, leave them in the fridge. The sugar brings out the moisture and makes syrup. Okay, so I will add sugar to it. I did not chop them, but they were frozen solids, so that would have been something. I might have been able to put them in my food processor. I don't know if that would have broken it or not. Let's just add a couple of teaspoons of sugar to the top of it, because I think what you say about the sugar bringing out the moisture is something I've also heard of. And I'll just let that heat up for a minute. Hi Hazel, I have a horrible cold. Oh no. Yeah, get some tea for sure. Made it to a live baking stream, so upset. Our cheesecake is in the oven. We're not gonna be able to eat it on stream. Oh, I swear my hair was cuter when I started. We're not gonna be able to eat the cheesecake on stream, but I'm making a strawberry sauce for later. Her name is Kat. My dog's name is Pup. Functionally, I'm gonna get a stool. I'm gonna get my stool. I might need to unplug myself to get a stool. So hang on. Let me just like. This will take me less time than I'm talking about it. The stool's like right over there. I think it's just a little bit out of reach of the microphone. Hang on. Maybe I'll make myself some tea. I never really have a moment to, oh, I'm talking without being plugged in. I never really have time to like sit down and drink my tea while I'm cleaning up the baking stream because I have to like put back all the lights and everything. You guys are very far away. Something I want to do for the streams actually is next time I see one on a good sale, I have like a bunch of monitors around the house, but they're all kind of occupied right now. I actually ordered a third monitor for my desk because I was just sick of streaming with 2 monitors. I know it sounds very spoiled, but I got used to 3 and I have enough stuff to spread it into 3. So I'll have a third monitor for my desk, but I kind of want to at some point, not necessarily anytime soon, get a 27er to stick on this counter so that I can just have my chat displayed on a bigger screen. I think that would be good. Love the Warcraft-themed games? Yeah, me too. Thanks. What are your thoughts on milk and tea? All right, so I think that there are a variety of teas which are improved by milk. There are a lot of teas that are not improved by milk. Milk tea, which is its own thing, is delicious. And whether or not someone adds milk to tea is entirely up to them, and I'm not going to judge anybody for it. I enjoy adding milk to black tea, like black tea blends, like an English breakfast tea or a chai tea I'll do with milk. Well, I'll make chai tea with milk, but English breakfast tea and other like black breakfast tea blends I will make with milk. I will make my flavored black teas with milk, like my peach black tea. But all of my Chinese black teas, all of my green teas, all of my oolong teas, all of my pu'er teas, I don't drink any of those with milk. I drink all of those straight brewed. Hi Hazel, I'm a longtime fan. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Simo25. I'm glad to have you here. Well, para crab cakes? Oh no, how much did your computer cost? It's kind of a Franken-rig. Originally it was about $1,200, but since then I have sort of half rebuilt it twice. It's had 3 different graphics cards in it. It's had 2 different motherboards in it. It's only had the 1 processor. I've had 2 different power supplies in it, because I had a big computer issue last year where I discovered that I had a big computer issue last year that I thought was everything, and I replaced things one at a time until it turned out to actually randomly be the graphics card. It was the weirdest thing, but anyways. It's been rebuilt twice, and I think both of the times that I rebuilt it, I put about $700 worth of extra stuff into it, but it's been going for a while. Will we ever hear your trumpet playing? Not anytime soon. Trumpet playing is something that you have to practice very regularly in order to keep up the physical musculature in your face, which I have long since lost. I could probably relearn, but it's something that I would need to have a use for, and it would need to justify the daily time that I put into it, because I've reached a time in my life where all of my time is spoken for, and that anything I add into my life, I have to cut something else, and it's getting increasingly hard to cut things. They're increasingly important. Apron is the wrong colors? Oh, I disagree. Hey Hazel, how much have I missed? I'm not gonna lie to you, you've missed most of it. We're making strawberry sauce right now, which reminds me I should stir it. Cheesecake is already assembled and in the oven from scratch too. It's a from scratch cheesecake. But that one's already in the oven, and we're not gonna actually eat the cheesecake. It's not gonna be like finished baking and cooling and setting for like 5 hours. So we're mostly done. Orange Picot with milk. That's my classic standby tea. That's a really good one. Tetley Orange Picot is one of my cheap go-to teas as a teenager. Made it to a stream for once in the right colors. If you love Hazel in one, goodness. Oh man. Top 3 favorite battle pets for use or for cuteness, or just like for both, because usefulness, I mean, you've got your mechanical Pandaren Dragonling, you can't really get rid of that thing. You've got your Unborn Valkyr, that one is eternally useful. And Zandalar Ankle Render comes up all the time too. So those are the 3 that I probably use most regularly, and you could also throw like Icky in there. As far as actually being cute, and just like sentimental value to me, and things that I have out a lot just for the cosmetics of them, my nightmare whelpling, my coastal sandpiper, and my green-winged macaw. I never got my notification. Oh no, glad I caught a little at least. Alliance apron and Sylvanas leggings. I know, but I didn't even have. I was looking for like the reason I'm wearing just like a plain black tank top is because I could not find anything else that would go with the leggings. I want to coordinate the outfits at least a little bit, and I really had very little. Cheesecake is a lie. Oh no, missed it. Notice me, Hazel. I love you. Lord Capo, shouldn't you be on Twitch? I'm kidding. You're of course very welcome. The leggings are getting there. I always built my own computers until I became a user. Now I have a friend who rebuilds, works my computer. Never buy a store-bought. I mean, in my opinion, if you go through one of the customizer websites like CyberPower or iBuyPower, and you go through every one of the components and you make sure that you are not using like a house brand one that they've cheaped out on, it'll cost a little bit of extra, but you can pick all of the same brand name components that you would have been building with yourself, and then you're just paying for somebody else to get it all, put it together. You want to double check the build when you actually get it. I did buy a computer from them once, like a temporary rig that I was using that arrived with some things unplugged, but then I just plugged them in and it was fine. But right now, because of the prices for individual RAM and graphics cards, it's actually cheaper to buy a pre-built, like right now. At least in the range that I'm looking at. I would buy if I did not build my own. My all-time favorite battle pet has to be Blingtron. Favorite tea is Earl Grey. When brewed properly, it has a beautiful, mild, flowery flavor. I have one of my teas. It's an oolong, but it has like it's a really, really floral one that I like quite a bit for that reason. So these are starting to like there's like some soup, but the berries are still very much whole. Should I put a lid on it? Should I like? I've never done this. We're making this one up as we go. The cheesecake had a recipe. This has no recipe. Yeah, it's getting kind of soupy. I guess I should taste it and then see. Actually, that spoon's gonna be hot. Let's taste a little bit of the syrup from the bottom and see if it needs more sugar or not. Oh, that's yummy. I forgot that I like strawberries. I mean, who doesn't like strawberries? But oh my goodness. I do think it needs a tiny bit more sugar though. Just like one more. Yeah. All right, so now I just need that to like soup down, which it looks like it's doing. I think I can just kind of leave it like that. It's not high enough that I probably won't burn it while I sit here. Your favorite tea is chamomile tea. Hazel, very sick today, so I'm glad I can tune in. Love your makeup. Oh, thanks. I've been trying to wear a little bit more lipstick now and then just because I'm typically very afraid of it, especially in a video, because I can't really see my feed when I'm recording, and I would hate to just have lipstick like on my nose and then be editing the footage and go, well, I can't edit that out. But on live stream, I can usually see it and then fix it. So I've been using the NYX ones, the liquid suede, and they seem to stay put pretty good. Rascal Pot is good too. Lid, yes, heat will collect. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't have a spoon rest. I guess I have bowls. Let's use this bowl as a spoon rest. Put this over here. I'm gonna make tea with it. I don't want to stand up anymore. I'm sleepy. I want to sit. So I could do a hot cinnamon spice tea. I've got peaches and ginger up there. I'm feeling like I want a black tea still. I feel like I want black tea. Do I want a Chinese black tea? Actually, I said earlier that I don't drink Chinese black teas with milk, but I lied. I do them both ways. They're good straight, but a really strong, tippy golden yunnan brand? A good golden yunnan tea with milk, like a good strong one, really good. Are you fit? Can you do a push-up? No, I'm not. Well, no, probably not. There was an infamous Twitch clip way back from years ago when I used to stream on Twitch where I tried to do a push-up. Somebody like, I had like I don't know, I tried to do a push-up and it was bad. I do lift a tiny bit of weights, just like a little bit every day, just to keep my arms, I know it doesn't look like it, but just to keep my arms strong enough to not get nerve damage from the amount that I use my computers. Multiple computers. So I've got skinny girl guns, but that's about it. Hazel is ripped. I'm ripped enough. I am a sufficient amount of fit for my lifestyle. I can go for a hike and I won't die. I probably couldn't I probably couldn't run a marathon, but I can go for a medium difficulty hike and I probably won't die. I might be sad later, but I won't die. Sugar's the Neville. NYX lipsticks are great. Guys, don't be weird. I am new to your channel. Your videos help me through my noobish journey through WoW. Greetings from Holland. I'm glad to have you here. As far as aesthetics go, your favorite battle pet is the electrified razor tooth. Combat purposes, maybe the Dark Moon Zeppelin. Any of the mechanical pets that have decoy. Decoy's really good. I was gonna make some tea. What was I doing here? What do we got? Maybe something will speak to me as I'm looking at it. I have a lot of like the Harney tins because they're cheap and their shipping is free, and I'm always curious, and it's always pretty good. We got green tea with coconut. That one's pretty good. I am not going back to bed. I cannot take a nap today. I don't have time. Do I want cinnamon tea? My life is really hard. It's filled with hard decisions. Jasmine green tea. Oh, peach tea. Ah! Get back in there. Actually, what is this? It was jumping out at me. Maybe that means it's important. This is a black spiral tea. I think it's just a black tea. Where are the cakes at? Cheesecake's in the oven. Not today. Have you seen the oil slick hair color style? You should try it. Oil slick hair color. I've never heard of that. IMO Hazel is too skinny. This is my default. I assure you, I'm quite healthy. You do nap time. You should try the sugar pill lipsticks. The colors are really cute. Sugar pill. I'll have to check it out. I can never really bring myself to spend a ton of money on makeup unless it's something that I know for sure is worth it. Soft matte lip creams are pretty good too. The purple one that I wear, whenever I have like purple lips, that's the soft matte lip cream in Stockholm. Or not Stockholm, Seoul. Do you plan on making any gold making guides? I have one. I do a gold making guide every patch. So every patch, for the last bunch of patches, I do top X ways to make gold in patch, whatever the hell. And that will go over the ways that I've been making gold in current patch. So the most recent one was from 7.3, I believe, and that one should still be accurate. I might have even put one out for 7.35. ColourPop dries my lips out, though. Does it do that to you? I wanted to try the ColourPop ones because my lips tend to be, and this is just like, it might be too much information, but they tend to be very hydrated because I'm kind of a lip balm addict. Like, I always have lip balm on my desk. If I'm not wearing lipstick, I'm putting it on like 37 times a day. And I drink a lot of water, so usually drying out my lips isn't a problem. Hello, what are we cooking today? We have a cheesecake in the oven from the Hearthstone Cookbook, and I pulled out some tea to make some tea. We're just kind of chatting. We've got some strawberry sauce behind me here that I should probably... Oh, it's boiling now. I should turn it down now that it's boiling, right? We just want to simmer it for a while. We're trying to break down the strawberries. They're still very lumpy and strawberry-like in there. Should I start squishing them with a spoon? Ooh, I'm going to stab them a bit. That seems to be working. See, this is where I want an extra camera that I could just, like, show you guys this strawberry carnage. Because there's really no way for me to show you. I mean, I guess I could pick up the main camera, but I have dropped that before, and if I break that camera, it's going to be a sad day. I mean, I'll replace it, but it would be really... I'd feel very dumb. I would feel very dumb if I just dropped it in some strawberry sauce. Might have a hard time explaining that to the tax guy when he's like, why did you replace this camera twice last year? Are those leggings? Are they Sylvanas ones? Yep, these are the Sylvanas Wild Bangarang leggings. They are the basic, like they sell a Sylvanas and then they sell a Legion Sylvanas leggings. And these are the regular Sylvanas leggings. Got like the feathers down the side. I like them quite a bit. I use lippy sticks a lot. They don't move around too much. Gotcha. They're pretty drying, but the others are awesome. You should also try leave cream. They're cheap and their colors are bomb. Your marble countertops are adult goals. Yeah, the marble countertops are all right. I'm starting to realize the longer I live in this place. So this apartment, it's nice. It's pretty expensive, but the prices have gone up a lot since we moved in, and we've managed to keep our rent mostly the same. So it's not that bad. And it's definitely a lot cheaper than it would have been to live back in Canada. Like, cost of living here in Oregon is way better. And everything in here looks very new and it looks very nice. We've got like a nice high ceiling in our living room. We have, like the windows are pretty big. I've got a nice balcony, and I actually really like my balcony because it gets a lot of sunshine so I can grow stuff out there. But the longer I live here, the more I start to realize that things are new, but they're kind of cheap. Things break, like bizarre, and I know things don't always break, but like things that should not be breaking in like a less than 10-year-old apartment are just like not lasting. And I feel like they cut some corners when they put the places together. Does your partner support your gaming and streaming? Oh, yeah. He's a gamer himself. We don't really play a lot of the same games. He used to play WoW. He doesn't really play WoW anymore. We don't really play the same games, but he's not telling me to turn off that darn computer. Would you ever do a weekly video podcast with other streamers to chat about WoW news? Probably, I mean, depending on who it was and who was organizing it, because I used to do a weekly podcast with another WoW YouTuber, and it just became a hard project to manage, and we had some issues dealing with how we were going to do it, and we ended up just like ending the project. So I would be more likely to guest on existing podcasts. That's something that I've done before, and that I'm fine with. I would take some serious consideration before I committed to an every week thing. I don't know if I, between my live stream and my vlog and all of my WoW videos that I do in a week, I don't know if I, A, have time, or B, would have anything new to say, because I feel like I have enough opportunity to say everything. Hazel for Prez, I am from Canada. I cannot be the president of anything. Where in Canada were you from? Vancouver Island. Vancouver Island, West Coast. Portland is one of the most expensive places to live in Oregon. The only place more expensive is Bend. Yeah, but it's no San Diego. It's no Vancouver. And it's nice here. It's nice here. If I was really going to save money and I was going to stay in the Pacific Northwest, I would probably move to Washington. And, like, not Seattle, but, like, just, you know, somewhere in Washington that is enough of a place to have good internet and, like, a grocery store I can get to. Because that's all I really need. But, I don't know. I like it here. What have you enjoyed the most in BFA Alpha? So far, the atmosphere of the zones. The 2 zones that are available so far, like the Kulturas zone, Drustvar. I think Drusthaven is a place in it, Drustvar is the total zone, and then the Zandalar, the jungle. Really cool atmosphere. Like, you get there, and the way that they've done the lighting, and there's like fog, like they've really learned a lot in the last couple of years as to how to really create a place that has its own spirit to it. And when you combine that with the NPCs and the voice acting and the storylines and the things that you're doing, it's a really cool experience if you're, like, tuned into it. I really like the atmosphere of the zones. Any chance you can convert Swifty back to the Alliance? I've never spoken to Swifty in my life. The odds are not good. Is he not Alliance anymore? I'm not like an avid Swifty stream watcher, but the last time I saw he was wearing blue. Probably rich in WoW, so give me a sandstone drake and then I can stop whining that I want one. I have some gold making guides you can check out. I can't sugar mama anybody though, unfortunately. All right, so that's starting to. Oh yeah, I was stabbing these. That's right. Also, I mean, at this point, maybe I can probably just leave the tea for a little bit later because I'm gonna need to clean everything up here anyways. Whew, goodness. The strawberry sauce smells really good. How much longer? We take the cheesecake out in like 12 minutes. I can probably leave it long enough to take the cheesecake out because I feel like that's part of the cheesecake making experience, is determining when the edges are set, but the middle still has like a little bit of wobble. You know, that seems to be important. From all of my time watching the Great British Baking Show, I think that's important. Are you one of the folk who want Naga? I wouldn't say no. I'm not gonna go make signs and then hold them up at BlizzCon though. I don't know if there's any race that I'm like dying to have. I'm not one of those people that thinks Highborn need to be a thing. I think we have enough Night Elf versions. I think we have enough elves, honestly. We have a lot of elves. I think between Night Elves, Blood Elves, White Elves, and Nightborn Elves, I feel like we have the correct amount of elves. What else could they do that I would really like? For races? I'm not one of the people that wants ogres. I don't really want Naga or Jinyu. The Volpera would be cute, but it's not something I'm like super needing to play. I wish they had, actually, I know I just said we had enough elves, but I wish they had a version, like a race that's kind of halfway in between trolls and night elves, because if my terrible understanding of lore is correct, like night elves were trolls first, like they evolved from trolls. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. I don't know anything about lore. But, and I always wanted night elves to be a little more feral, a little less civilized. They seemed very proper in their, like, they're, you know, they're supposed to be like, I always wanted them to be a little bit less Lord of the Rings and a little bit more Avatar. So I could get on board with like an alliance race of elf that's kind of like halfway between elf and troll, that's like really feral, really, you know, uncivilized kind of, but like dark and mystical. I think that would be really neat. I don't think it's a thing, but I would play it. And I think it would be really cool if they did that at the same time if they did like the the class that I want that's kind of like a dark ranger archetype, kind of halfway between a priest and a hunter, where, you know, because you have Vol'jin who is like the shadow hunter, and you've got Tyrande who like hunts and like does priest things and like has an owl. You know, you could get a couple of those specs so you have some range damage and some healing in a class that's kind of in between those things, because they've already shown they're not really against cannibalizing some of their other specs with new specs. So I think that would be a really cool combination. Vrykul would be cool. Vrykul would be cool. I'm not going to re-roll for Vrykul, though. Vrykul would be amazing to play. All elves are trolls, basically. I want allied Murlocs. I think Elune made the trolls into Keldori right away. She did do it, though. I see. Trollish elves. Yeah. Or a dragon hero class. That would be cool. That would be cool with a dragon form. I don't think they would really do it, though. They would have to make, like, a new humanid draconid form that would still wear the armor. New playable races, something never before seen. They could link it around a new expansion. It would be great. They kind of did that with Pandaria. I know that Pandas had like a little tiny bit of an Easter egg of historical precedent in lore, but for the most part, it was brand new. And people were so mad. They were so mad that they were going off script with that. I think it would be something they'd be scared to do again. Would really like a... Here, I have to... YouTube thought your comment was controversial. A big lady pirate culture end with cutlasses. I think you might be able to do that at some point. You love enchanting, but where you find the scroll 700 to 800 so you can do Legion enchants? I don't know off the top of my head. I bet you Wowhead has an enchanting guide. I bet you Wowhead has a Legion enchanting guide that will help you out. Alright, so this is starting to... I think I can probably go in with a whisk here. For the record, this is a plastic whisk. It is a plastic whisk that I'm using with my non-stick pans. It's probably still scraping them a little bit, but they're really cheap, so I don't really care. I guess I can, now that they've kind of like liquefied, I can probably try a little bit again to see if we're still good on the sugar content. Oh no, don't drip. Oh. Needs a little more sugar now. Kobold race, you know, take candle. Blizzard desperately needs a ranged hero class. Yeah, they haven't added a ranged DPS, like, ever. They still have the same amount of ranged DPS specs that they had when they started. And I feel like we're due for another one. Not in BFA, but I would not be surprised if in the expansion after BFA they added a new class that included a ranged DPS spec and probably at least one healing spec. Because we haven't had any new ones, really. Dragonkin could be like Raytheon, they would just be humans, but they pop their racial and be a dragon. Yeah. Like, they can't be that big, though. Like, if you're fighting a raid boss, you don't want half of your raid to be playing this race, and all of a sudden there's, like, 8 giant dragons around the place. Like, if they're full... Like, they can't be too big, but they'll look goofy if they're really small. Like, it's a delicate balance that you have to do there. I just want to say that you're my favorite YouTuber, and I love you. That's so sweet, Poppy. Thanks. Should you get copper pans? I'm really hesitant to spend money on stuff that I don't know how to take care of. In areas of my life where I know what I'm doing, or where I think I know what I'm doing, I do not hesitate to invest in the equipment that I think is going to do me well for the long run, which is why I spend a lot of money on cameras and microphones and stuff. In areas where I do not know what I'm doing, I am completely fine with getting cheap stuff, and then if it breaks, then I look into what I need to do differently. But it usually works well for me for a long time. Enchanting is slow leveling, but at least there are 5 points at Darkmoon. So the way that they're overhauling enchanting in BFA, you're going to be able to improve your... And I think this is the way in Legion as well. You don't need to... Like, you can just make the new stuff as you go. You'll be able to make it at maximum efficiency even if your overall skill was behind. And as you continue through your enchanting life and you enchant stuff, your overall level will catch up. You don't need to be completely caught up. We're down a ranged spec because of survival hunters. You're right, I forgot about that. You're totally right. We are down a range spec. They gotta give us another one of those. My poor guild has... We keep going through phases because people keep trying to fill roles that are underrepresented. And in, like, Warlords, we had a lot of range and not very many melee. And over the course of, like, 2 expansions, everybody kind of migrated, and now we have all melee at, like, 2 range, including me. What class are the Wardens? It's a good question, actually. Elderly race, they just sit around and complain about how cold it is and then how hot it is. Can they do it with those new fluffy cat models? Because yeah, I agree. I think sold. All right, I'm gonna take this off the heat. I think it's okay for us to have like hints of strawberry lumps in there. I feel like that'll be a perfectly fine thing to put on top of a piece of cheesecake. So I'm just gonna let this cool down, and then later I will let it cool down more. And then once it is fully cool, I will put it in my fridge. We are about 5 minutes away from taking the cheesecake out of the oven, so I suppose I'm going to tidy up a little bit. I'm gonna make some tea, and then we'll take the cheesecake out. I don't usually RP, but I feel like I need a pirate for BFA. A good pirate RP would be so fun in BFA. There's gonna be so many cool places to fit in. Oh, yeah. Put that out of the way, and let's do some 10-second cleanup here, shall we? These, all of my places where I put things have been moved for the baking string, so maybe I won't clean up that much. I can at least consolidate my poor kitchen sink so that everything is in one bowl. Want more mailwares? Yeah, and I think that if they did do this theoretical class that I'm thinking of, they could totally make the mailwares. You could totally have a mail-wearing, like, Shadow Hunter / Moon Priest. Like, you could have Shadow Hunter be one spec, Moon Priest can be another spec, and then maybe Warden, I really want them to be, I want it to be all ranged. I don't want any melee specs in this thing. Nest all this. I'm really proud of myself. I successfully managed to soak all of the dishes for this without eating any of the cheesecake batter before it was ready. Are the upcoming trade skill changes good in your opinion? Yeah, I think they're good. I think they're less drastic than it sounds. It's really basically the same thing that we've had through all of Legion, where you can start doing and crafting, even in Warlords, you can start crafting the newest expansion stuff without being caught up. Crafting the newest expansion stuff gets you more overall skill levels, and it just applies that logic to past expansions, basically. It's not a big deal. You'd like some mossy forest trolls? Some in the Horde already, but they have very old models. I think carved tusks and flowers growing in your hair would be great. Sweet apron, thank you. They don't have much value since you only play them for 10 levels. You have an Affliction Warlock? There was no reason that Demon Hunter couldn't wear mail. Yeah, I think they said it just felt better aesthetically for them to wear leather, but I agree with you. I think they could have easily made them mail wearers, but you know, they'll probably be forward thinking enough to do that next time. Imagine if they just added like another plate or cloth class. Although I guess they've never added cloth either, right? Like all the new classes. So we had Death Knights were first in their plate, and then after that there were monks in their leather, and then after that there were demon hunters in their leather. Am I missing any classes that they've added? Or was that it? They should allow you to possess your pets. Dark Shamaner and Siege of Orgrimmar make them playable. If they added a human druid, do you think you would play it? No. If they added a gnome druid, I would probably play that. Do you want wild hammered dwarves as allied races? There's no mail-wearing tank, but 3 leather class tanks. I could see them one day going a little bit nuts and making one of the enhancement shaman, or making either enhancement shamans a tanking spec, or adding another spec to shaman that is tanking. Like, they could set that up if they really wanted a mail tank. Think we're going to get more pet battle dungeons in BFA? I think almost certainly. I think it worked well. I guess it really depends on what their internal numbers are, is depending on like how many people actually engaged with it and whether or not it's worth their time to make more of them. But I don't see why not. They seem to have gone really well. I like them. I like them a lot. But we haven't heard any official word in like any official ones yet. Is it harder to level old expansion profs in BFA if you wanted a mount recipe from a previous expansion? No, I think if anything it's easier. Because if you wanted to level your Wrath, I'm making this up, but if you wanted to level your Wrath leatherworking to make a Wrath leatherworking mount, which isn't a thing, but bear with me, you would not need to level your Burning Crusade leatherworking. You could just, like, you will have 1 to 100 Wrath leatherworking. You will grind yourself your 50 or 75 or 100 points that you need in Wrath by making Wrath recipes, and then you'll be done. You don't, like, it's not reliant on the other expansions anymore. They have their own individual skill levels that cap out at 100. I think it's easier. Why is Void Elf prep take so long? It's just kind of how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. It's definitely a rough one. But if you stick with it, it'll be done before you know it, or shortly after you know it. Alright, so that's, gonna make that. Where's my teapot? Where have all my teapots gone? I have so many of them. I'm gonna need to go find one. Oh, we're ready to take out the cheesecake. So I'm gonna move this back. I'm gonna move this over here. This is gonna be fine here. So I wanna find out if the middle is jiggly. So I should push it, right? Like I should like shake the side of it a little bit and see if it's got a jiggle, right? I've never made this before. So the edges are set. The middle is wobbling, but it looks like a lot of the middle is wobbling. Like it looks like I have an inch wide perimeter of the cheesecake that is set, and then like 4 inches in the middle that look pretty liquid. So I'm gonna give that another like 4 minutes, I think, based on what I saw. I really don't have a, I want floating, gesture-controlled, 360-degree cameras that I can direct to look at whatever I want. Like, I want some tech that doesn't exist yet. Gnome hunters should also be able to use one of their pets as a mount. You miss warrior glad DPS stance. Will it come back? I would never say never. Wouldn't count on it though. Look it up for Legion leveling enchanting. It's a quest that the enchanting trainer doesn't give to me. I unfortunately don't know off the top of my head. Hazel, did you ever roleplay? I played an RP server and just seeing players in the world makes it feel alive. I used to play exclusively on role-playing servers, but mostly because I really didn't like seeing dumb character names out in the world. I liked the names to be RP names of all the characters on the server. So I played on Feathermoon for a long time, and I played in Cenarian Circle for a bit too. And I didn't role-play, like I wasn't part of a role-playing community or guild though. I would dabble like a little bit, but for the most part I just observed. I didn't really get too far into it myself. Similar system to panda cooking? Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. What kind of pot is that you're heating the water in? This thing is on plug time. You can find it on my Amazon recommendations page on Amazon/shop/Hazelnuttygames. But it is a temperature control kettle. So what we've got over here is on the side of it, and you won't be able to see because it's really far away and I'm not going to pick up my camera, but I have 6 buttons, and those buttons correspond to different temperatures. So certain types of teas, specifically green teas, like delicate green teas and some oolong teas, you don't want to boil them at boiling water. Like you want to, that'll scald the leaves, you'll get a bad flavor, it's not very good. Some of the teas that you want to brew at like 175 degrees or 160 degrees. So that kettle actually has buttons for each of those things, so you press the button, you press go, and then it'll keep your water warm for as long as you want, so you can continue making more and more of it. It's really crucial for people that want to make lots of tea throughout the day and like different types of tea that require different temperatures. I watch your 2-hour-long streams on YouTube all the time. That's a big time commitment, Logan. Do you watch them like while you're playing WoW? Remember having a spreadsheet in Wrath for leveling mining the fastest way? I saw that you don't have Ashes of Alara. I had it after 3 attempts. Keep on going, you will get it. Thanks. We'll definitely be giving that another go tomorrow on tomorrow morning's Mountain Run stream, which will start at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow morning we'll be starting. Cuisinart. Yes, that's right. It is a Cuisinart CX. I forget. It's on my Amazon page. Full disclosure, I do get tiny commissions from anything that you purchase from my Amazon page or anything that you buy on Amazon after reaching Amazon through my page. I have one thanks to Hazel. It's a great kettle. Burnt green tea is that spinach taste. It can get pretty bitter for sure. I need to find my teapot though. I need to rescue the cheesecake from the oven first because I will not burn my cheesecake. It's starting to look a little better. It still needs to have, what did it say, a little wobble? Is that the terminology? A little wobble? I don't know how much wobble. I have no frame of reference for the correct amount of wobble. Also, I really want to make these sometime. It's like a Hearthstone biscotti. I'm gonna keep putting that on the I'm gonna keep putting that on the polls until you guys vote for it. Okay. The sides are puffy and the middle has a bit of jiggle to it. So I think that once that timer's done, that should be enough. I don't want to overcook it because the sides are definitely puffy and the middle should have some jiggle. Skulls on your butt? I do in fact have skulls on my butt right now. May have to wait until Wednesday until I don't get invincible again. Pretty jello jiggly while hot. Okay, well then we're going to take it out. We're going to take it out. I think it's done. Yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. That's definitely more firm than it was, but it's got some good wobble. Here. I will take you guys flying. I'm holding on. Ooh boy. There we go. camera's awful. I promise it's a cheesecake. My kettle's ready, which means that it's time for me to go find my tea. But I think for the most part, I think we're about done. I think we're about done. We made the cheesecake. It now has to cool. Excuse me. I put that back in the wrong spot. Cheesecake's gotta cool. Sauce has gotta cool. I gotta chill. I gotta get to work on videos. Thank you guys for coming to my stream. I'm going to end the stream now. I will be streaming tomorrow morning, WoW stream, gaming stream, at my desk, playing WoW, doing mountain runs tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific. I will have some tea, and if you guys remind me, I will eat a piece of the cheesecake tomorrow on stream. I will also photograph my cheesecake like a true millennial this evening when I slice into it, and I will post that photo on Twitter. So if you do not already, on Twitter, I am Hazelnuttygames, same as YouTube. Instagram is HazelnuttyLife, although I don't really post food pics there anymore. And then streaming, same time, same place, actually, an hour earlier, same place, tomorrow. So thanks for coming, and goodbye.